Thanks for joining us here on this Monday at noon, the day after that Crusade tote board total. We both worked it this weekend.
What a big time, yeah.
It's a really fun weekend at that.
It was great. Seeing everything come together, going through the old archives was really fun too, that Joe put together. A lot of people loved that.
We did. So we had a little bit of rain over Crusade, getting a little bit of rain now.
But the good news, this is the end of it for at least the rest of our weekdays. We are going to talk about a few more showers as we head into the weekend, but we still are dealing with some passing showers across Kentucky, and most of them now are making their way just farther to our more southern counties, closer towards Campbellsville, Bardstown, Columbia, Elizabethtown. You guys are now starting to see those showers continuing for our Monday afternoon. For us here in the Louisville metro, we're seeing some of those light rain showers progressing their way farther off towards the northeast. We're still going to keep these around as we head into the next upcoming minutes, but some of those rain showers a bit heavy in certain places closer towards Lebanon and Springfield. You guys are going to see more long-lasting rain showers than the rest of us as we head later on into the day. Here's a live look across the Ohio River in Louisville. You'll notice that we're still seeing some of those light rain showers, temperatures ranging into the lower 70s, winds staying out of the south at 8 miles per hour. So for you folks farther to the southern counties, closer towards Bardstown and Campbellsville, just towards south of Elizabethtown, you guys may encounter a few of those stronger thunderstorms from periods later on into the afternoon time. The rest of us are expected just to stay under mostly cloudy skies and a few of these lingering showers as we go later on into our afternoon. As we go past 2 p.m., that's whenever we'll start to see these showers really weaken. We'll start seeing those clouds start to break apart by 6 p.m., and then we should see more of a dry pattern arrive as we enter the nighttime hours. We've got more dry conditions around all throughout the overnight time, and we're starting tomorrow morning off with lots of sunshine. A full breakdown all about those weather details coming up here in just a few short minutes. Brooke?
Thank you, Matt. Police lights lit up Bardstown Road over the weekend as officers worked to prevent a third consecutive street takeover. A little over a week ago, a massive fight near the Taco Bell ended in 3 people being arrested, one of them just 16 years old. That was the second weekend in a row of fights and street takeovers in that area, and city leaders promised they'd take care of it. Our Clary Shaley heard from businesses and residents giving their thoughts on the new weekend patrols.
A heavy police presence on Bardstown Road all weekend.
The good thing is this weekend was calm. It was kind of cool, kind of collected.
I haven't heard nothing really going down.
And it's promised to continue.
We plan on continuing this all weekend and probably for the next few weekends as well.
The fight right there.
After chaos in the early morning hours the last 2 weekends. Just last Sunday morning, a fight broke out and led to arrests near the Taco Bell. In response, LMPD was out patrolling the street starting Friday night. People described a heavier police presence Saturday night than Friday night.
I feel like kind of gave them like a warning, we're here to stay and we're going to calm this down, and get everything in order. So that was good, and I feel more safer.
Barber at Wiggs Barber Shop, Travis Seawright, believes the police enforcement helps business.
I don't want to ride down Bardstown Road and see 30 cops in a parking lot. I'm not going to that restaurant. I'm not going to that bar.
While Taco Bell employee Tiant Wyatt believes it hurts business. We're finishing up on that first weekend of a heightened police presence in a short area of Bardstown Road from Grinstead Drive to Highland Avenue, and some are already wondering what a more long-term solution will look like.
It was still, daylight. We had however many gunshots go off right in front of the house. It absolutely terrified my wife.
Highland resident Andy Westbury says the neighborhood has gunshots, fights, and people committing crimes regularly. He says a routine patrol is needed, and with department staffing shortages, he wants recruitment to be a focus to deal with this long term.
Yeah, my wife noted yesterday, she's so up in arms about this. We saw a cop go down our road, and she said that was the first time that we'd actually seen a police officer go down the street since she's been here.
A lot of times when you have the drinking and the fumes, you don't want to see a badge, a gun, and handcuffs running towards you.
Wyatt says a community ambassador with more training is a better option long term.
Somebody needs to be there to mediate. A lot of the times you want those police to be ready and dispatched, but what about the rest of the city?
The department added hours of overtime to cover the presence, but now have a week to review and change tactics if needed. On Bardstown Road, Clary Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side.
Mayor Craig Greenberg posted on social media Sunday thanking the officers and said, "We will continue implementing both long and short-term solutions to ensure neighbors and visitors can safely enjoy this neighborhood." LMPD declined an interview over the weekend. Right now, police are looking for a suspect after 2 men were shot at Algonquin Park. It happened just before noon Sunday by the basketball courts. Officials said both men were taken to the hospital and are expected to survive. If you know anything about that shooting, call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD. A former Louisville basketball star facing charges for driving under the influence. Police arrested Russ Smith early Sunday morning near Baxter and Highland Avenue. According to court documents, Smith made an illegal U-turn and crossed multiple lanes, including a crosswalk. Officers said Smith was driving with an expired license plate from 2 years ago and said he smelled of alcohol once he stepped out of the car. Smith has been released from jail and will be in court on Wednesday at 9 o'clock. No charges have been filed in a crash that killed a 10-year-old over the weekend in Highview. It happened just after 8:30 Saturday night at the intersection of Applegate Lane and Smyrna Parkway. When officers arrived, they found a white van and an SUV had collided. 3 victims were taken to the hospital where that 10-year-old later died. A man facing charges after a deadly crash in Marion County over the weekend. Kentucky State Police said 26-year-old Justin Barron lost control of his vehicle while speeding through an intersection on US 68. He crashed into a car stopped at a red light. The driver of that vehicle, 55-year-old William Norris, died at the scene. An 82-year-old passenger was also hurt but expected to recover. Barron was arrested on unrelated charges with more in that crash pending. A heads up for drivers using the Clark Memorial Bridge. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet said routine inspections will begin this week, but drivers on the bridge should not be affected. Instead, commuters on the roads that go underneath the bridge should expect those delays. Inspections are set to go from 9 to 4 p.m. through Friday. KYTC said flaggers will be out while crews move around, so some downtown areas like North 2nd Street and parts of Jeffersonville could see some slowdowns. A second round of inspections begin on Monday. JCPS is offering free physicals and vaccinations for students this summer. The clinics are meant for families without insurance, a regular doctor, or those with high deductible plans. Screenings will take place at various high schools across Louisville beginning today through June 20th. Clinics run from 9 to 2, and you can pre-register by calling the number there on your screen. That's 502-485-3387. We have a full list on our website and the links mentioned in newscast stories on our homepage.